And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to jump into the last game. It's all coming down to this on Sanhok once again. Day 2. They only had one game preparation for this one in the competitive scene here, Phase 3.
Yeah.
How are they going to cope with it this time around?
Like, I don't know if I'm ready for a Sanhok tonight, like, because those
after the El Pozo one?
first, the El Pozo, and even that last game in Miramar was action-packed towards the end. But this is the overall standings after 7 games. Istanbul Wildcats, after that first chicken dinner, holding on to first place with 61 points, followed by, of course, Northern Lights, Airstation Mike, and ELGIGANTEN Gaming.
ELGIGANTEN, they came up pretty nicely. They were in 7th position at the start of the day. Slowly going to be climbing that ladder towards the 4th, maybe 3rd position. They can do it. They are on the equal standings with Airstation Mike. I'm sad to see PG-18 still in last because that last game on Miramar, their rotation, I think, was absolutely awesome through the southern side, but they just struggled a little bit. There were too many teams.
Yeah, it was really tough. As we talked about, they made this. Yeah. They made the call to go to the island, hoping, thinking, predicting it would be that circle finish, but it went against them. They initially did great to go across the water, but it didn't work out too far from there. But No Tag Team were probably kind of the biggest losers from that last game because they got 0 points. But again, it's still really close, like 61 points, first place, 43 points. In 9th place, that's only 18 points. That's a chicken dinner. That's a strong performance. That's really nothing, especially, as I say, in the early stages of this Phase 3 contenders.
Because this is only day 2 of 8 total days for Group B at the end here in the group stage of Phase 3. They're going to try and have a bunch of drops. Here it is, very central plane. No big surprises. Once again, I love the teams that drop in Painan. I want to see who goes there this time around. We might have a few different drops because, once again, they did a bunch of research, maybe did a little bit of VOD review. If you see where the teams like to drop at and maybe trying to reconsider their drop-in location.
Yeah, welcome to Jungle. We've got fun and games in the world of Sanhok. And, again, kind of from talking to teams, it's and talking to kind of a couple of players, obviously they don't have the most positive thought process about Sanhok, but they've got to deal with it. Interesting if they're going to shift up a lot of their play style for Sanhok. The thought process, like the fact that El Pozo was a city finish in Miramar, says that they can at least deal with it, but this is starting to kick off in boot camp. As finally we have 2 teams going against each other. It is PG-18 and 4Kings, as one member of 4Kings has been taken down already. Yeah, 4Kings, they do have this main building here. Actually, over the course of these first 6 days in Pyram, this is the first fight in boot camp. There's never been up to 2 teams in this main compound right off the bat. Yep. So this is going to be a really interesting game to see how these 2 teams of 4Kings and also PG-18 can cope with it. Though PG-18, they have the information on Manny, and they're going to try and lead the offensive on top of him to overwhelming as a 1v3 scenario will be poking his head out at the start of this Sanhok game. Yeah, the boot camp team fight duct has been broken in the contenders. I'm also interested on how the PEL teams are going to deal with Sanhok as well. Really curious, cannot wait to see that go down. But either way, that's down the line. This is contenders. These are fantastic players, fantastic teams. It's PG-18 going up against 4Kings. Manny just holding out beside it. He has a UMP. He does get the first knockdown, but he's down to 23 health. No, he does get knocked down. Kill is going to be secured. 4Kings down to 2 players. Still in that main building. It's a shame that maybe Manny couldn't have possibly positioned himself in a place that his teammates could have third-partied, so to speak, and gotten a counter knockdown, but it was always going to be difficult for him. But this Phase 1 circle, it's deep down south, not near the mainland. It's most likely going to be an island finish. It could be towards a river, but it is favouring the likes of No Tag Team, Northern Lights, and Team MOOPHEUS. Actually, Team MOOPHEUS and Northern Lights, both in that compound by the river. Yeah, based on Painan, Northern Lights, they're going to maybe try and get a little bit closer with them. That should be coming out on very soon. Brute Force, once again, they did it last game. They're doing it again. They're going for this Paradise Resort. One really nice drop in location. Not really easy to defend, I have to say. I don't really like using it, but just as a Newton, early looting phase to just go and rotate after, it is going to be definitely going well for the likes of Brute Force. But here it is, the fight we were talking about earlier. Northern Lights and Team MOOPHEUS. But this fight doesn't seem like it's going to really break out quite soon, as Northern Lights just going to try and creep a little bit closer to the team of MOOPHEUS. Well, I tell you what, both teams' spidey senses are tingling. Max, you can tell because OK Bro on top of the roof, peeking his way through. He's got that M4 with a red dot. QBZ is also a popular gun in Sanhok, being occupied. I love the sound of the QBZ on a side note. So he's going to be occupied by ghostar. Double, potentially being spotted out. Changes up his gun to QBU. Being used. Looking for that peak, looking for those shots. If he doesn't go for the shot, he's simply giving the communication to the rest of his team. I do think Deep could maybe be in a slightly better location, but then again, these teams, they know what they're doing right. So even though he's a little bit outside of Painan, you can tell he has an angle towards the buildings that team moves hold on to.
Also because there's a little bit of an open road in the dead center, so if you see Double that wants to try and assist his team, he can try and shut down that little rotation from Double, though. OK Bro, very unpredictable on this location of Painan getting on the roof. It's extremely easy, so you can expect both teams to have some members on the roof there. As it's Istanbul Wildcats, the winners of last game, going to be trying to clash a little bit. Team Unique going to find that one member, Apocalypse, not making it through early.
They were in a vehicle, and I personally don't advise you in a vehicle in Sanhok. I just don't think you need it, though, in fairness. But hey, look, the teams do what they choose to do. They're experts. They're awesome, talented players, and they will drive their way through Istanbul Wildcats. Hell, they took on Miramar. They won in the previous game, so they are far from.
Oh. That
wow, ghostar, great headshot.
Great headshot on top of OK Bro. And if he does get knocked on the roof, that might get a little bit tricky to get him back up. So he is going to try and res back to 75%.
Look at Perfectix.
Yeah, going for the flank. I think that's actually a really good move.
Yeah, but he's a little bit out in the open.
That can yeah, he got scouted out. He's going to get back to the building right now. That's safe.
You could potentially see MJ-Esports third party. They see a couple of shots off his OK Bro with that M4 and a red dot. Finding or trying to find ghostar, and now trying to find Hawkeye. Hawkeye has a grenade, trying to find the right position to throw it out. Now he does it. It's going up towards OK Bro. Oh. Yes, great connection. Puts OK Bro down to 27 health. He's going to look now to jump to the other roof of the building, prone down, heal himself back up. All the while, heat hot on the side of huge potential, knocking down Give It from No Tag Team. It's actually nice to see the Sanhok game being a little bit passive, especially after the excitement we had of the two games in Miramar. So we're able to just kind of see what these teams are doing, although the kill feed is staying a little bit consistent. As better luck next time. One member being taken down by Airstation Mike, but he got into the bike and get caught out by Arctics.
Yep, Arctics, the top fragger so far in this phase 2 on Group B, though. They're going to try and pull the offensive. Can't quite find him. He's down to 32 now. Oh my god, those shots coming on through from Hugstar will be putting Arctics knocked away. Grenade going to be trying to get that secure. Arctics will be securing, secured by Hugstar. There you go, an extra point for the likes of Airstation Mike.
Also, Hugstar is the top fragger of the Group B so far, but Arctics was
big contender.
Big contender. 15 kills as of game 7 and 14 for Arctic. So really close between these two players. But as teams looking for each other, better luck next time. Fate is just going to be across our river as HalloSenpai surprise attacks Team Unique outside the circle, but HalloSenpai doesn't back away as quickly as he could have and does pay the price as he did get himself knocked down.
Yeah, HalloSenpai likes to get a little bit split ahead of himself to try and pull the offensive on Team Unique. He did it pretty well at the start, but as you said, a little bit slow on that retraction. Though Maken will be just there to get him back up. Grag going to raise him back up PVVM. And Hawk, I think, actually is a really good position here because it's an open area. That's a smart rotation on their side. AmerouuS, I think, could get a little bit more involved with that fight with them.
Maybe.
This cliff is hard to work with on their side.
But look at also Jazza from Team Unique.
Yeah.
Also, maybe going to look to flank around as Hawk did move a little bit too far forward and got knocked down, paid the price. All the while, ELGIGANTEN Gaming going up against huge potential. MOORPHEUS securing a frag on the Greenhawk right now. As KnorkiS now trying to find a position as MOORPHEUS driving on forward. All the while, Brute Force has secured a kill onto PVVM as Alrain did knock down MOORPHEUS from behind as well. Now the grenade is going to go out to try and secure that frag. KnorkiS not finding Alrain for now, as MOORPHEUS potentially could still be kept alive if that knockdown on Alrain can be done.
Going to try and be a little bit cautious. Marcelek is also pretty low. Did raise back up, but MOORPHEUS is still knocked off. It's going to be bleeding out. Rain finally going to be scouted by ELGIGANTEN. But now, the team going to have to try and get a little bit closer together. EHOT actually going to be pulling the offensive, coming up a little bit higher. Zolta is going to be pretty far also. Actually way too far away, in my opinion, to get involved on this fight. Rain still going to try and find a location where he can't get flushed out. But EHOT has a nice angle in case they do try and pull the offensive on that kill. As you could do pan on back over to the fight of Painan of Team MOOPHEUS. And Northern Lights still not done with this skirmish, as MOOPHEUS actually going to go on the opposite side of Painan.
We did see 4 Kings going out in 15th place for the second game in a row. Feels bad, man, but this team MOOPHEUS. Northern Lights action going down as Reggie Birdo to secure the frag on the deep. Northern Lights now down to, I believe, 2 players. Okay, bro. And Spyro, actually, no, Spyro got knocked down, so I think it's okay, bro, on his own.
Yeah.
He's going to try and back away from Painan and exit away, keep himself in a good position. But ELGIGANTEN looking for huge potential. ELGIGANTEN kind of have the bottom of the hill, so they have to be very careful because the high ground goes over in the favor of EHOT. But Zolters isn't near him, so it could be a bit of a rush, a pinch, and EHOT might get 1 knockdown, but he could get himself fragged out in the process, although in another area of the map, because it does take down Hugstar on the side of Airstation Mike outside of the circle as well. One thing I will point out, as EHOT did knock down and secure the frag in the Marcelek. That's a bit of a miscommunication coming out from ELGIGANTEN, but the frag doesn't get secured. I just don't think they had to lose a player for that, right?
They didn't know where it was located. Man. It was a little bit harsh on their side. Zolta's not getting involved, and he's going to be under 1 man standing. Though an AUG, or an AUG if you like to call it, whatever you like to call it, that's completely fine. But that is a weapon on this map. The AUG is so good. With the Groza, like those 2 weapons are absolutely insane on the map of Sanhok, though. Istanbul Wildcats clashing a little bit earlier. They're not going to be, unfortunately, full forces as Laza and Genzo. Oh, no, turn on its head. Laza on the high ground will be taken out. Metabay, though, going to be flushed out by Genzo. There you go. A res can come up as they are in a pretty safe location to work with, but Red Fox is being so split. Was a little bit risky, and unfortunately, despite trying to be in the snake, he did get scouted out by the forces of Istanbul Wildcats. And the circle shift going to be going to the through this main island here.
Red Foxes had a fantastic day 1 of Group B yesterday. They haven't had a bad day today, just not hitting the same mark as they did yesterday. Sanhok, yesterday, they came out in 16th place with 0 points, so they're hoping to make up for it, in fairness. As PG-18, they are outside the circle, but they are moving in. There's only Nemrith left in the blue zone. Oh my God, surprise! Oh, no. Better luck next time, eliminated in 14th place. Nemrith just being that sneaky snake outside the circle. You hate to see it, but then again, you know, you got to be aware. That's what Sanhok is there for. It's you know, these teams just unfortunately getting caught out every now and again. But
ELGIGANTEN coming in. They want to finish the job they actually started earlier. Zolters, they might know he's there. I don't quite know if they got the information on top of him, but they gotta be cautious and know that Zolters is still around there. Tag team, they're going to be actually doing a 2-2 split, which I'm actually happy about in this location. That's completely fine. I think that is a great thing to do.
Taking a couple of shots.
Yeah, Joker's going to try and get involved. There it is. Istanbul Wildcats going to have 2 members going to try and make it through the water. Great, nice shot of Wookie Bookie.
Fantastic QBU shots coming out from Wookie Bookie. Just keep those shots ahead. Now looking for Genzo. Not quite connecting as he's down to about 75 health, but at least that's 1 frag secured. As huge potential eliminating 13th place. That was ELGIGANTEN Gaming, that 3-man strong team driving on through. Again, I just caught Hartback. I feel sorry for Better Luck Next Time. Like, it's in the blue zone. You never expect it to happen. Like, it's really hard, but PG-18 did take advantage of that situation at least.
Brute Force. They're pretty split over the road. They do have Laza from Istanbul Wildcats pretty split. The other member of Istanbul Wildcats is actually on the southern coastline. It's going to be Genzo, though. They do scout him out. They can't get the kill as he does have a building to work with. He's going to be safe, though. He is clapping back pretty nicely. Trying to find a few shots as Jokers on the other side of the map going to be clashing back and forth with Northern Lights, finding one of their not.
We haven't really talked too much about what teams hold a really strong position in these circles, to be perfectly honest. Jokers hold a really strong position. MJ-Esports do. Team MOOPHEUS, they're a little bit pinched potentially between Brute Force and MJ, but still hold a strong position. And No Tag Team, which you did kind of slightly touch upon, have a 2-2 split inside the circle, one on one side of the road, the other in the compound on the other side of the road. So they hold both kind of north and south on the road split. So really nice connection coming on through for them as we do see this next phase popping on through. Is it going to go north? It goes north indeed, but northwest, helping the likes of MJ-Esports, who will be able to gatekeep. No Tag Team still inside, but Jokers hold the center compound, going to be able to fire shots off in every direction once they have the angles, and they're doing it right now towards the side of Red Foxes.
Yeah, Red Foxes are going to try and get in the compound, though. Jokers, they do find a few shots on top of 3-0. They're going to try and stop that rotation from coming through. MOOPHEUS is slowly going to be going for the same location, so they've got to try and keep that in mind. Here it is, actually. Laza, you have to get a bike. He's still in the blue zone. You can see in the bottom of your screen. So he's going to take tick damage, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he knows he's too far away. It's going to be the end. Instead of giving a kill point, he's just going to try and survive a little bit longer. Maybe get a positioning point if he can. But this will be maybe, or actually did get res back up to 75. He's going to try and make it through, but Brute Force, they're very, very close by. And I think Laza will not survive very long in this next phase. And here it is, shots fired back and forth. Laza actually getting away off the angle.
Wow.
That is so surprising.
Hey, look, you take the chance.
Wow.
He's going to be able to heal himself up and also keep every chance of himself putting his team in a position of grabbing a couple of placement points, even a couple of frag points for his side. As now ELGIGANTEN Gaming, we do see on the edge of the circle going close to PG-18 as ghostar on the side of Team MOOPHEUS. They are outside the circle. They are pinched between a couple of these teams. There's 3 squads, so a lot of third partying potentially happening as Klebe from Tempest push on back a little bit, going in between the shack, taking a couple of shots as this popping off as Red Fox is now taking down Laza from the side of Istanbul Wildcats. Wookie Bookie securing actually a kill onto himself, my apologies. That frag grenade didn't go in the favor of Tempest. Feels bad, man. I don't know exactly what happened. It didn't come over on a camera feed, but it showed up on the kill feed as Klebe is the only one left standing on Tempest, but fighting against this blue zone as it closes on in. How are Team MOOPHEUS going to respond to Brute Force?
Brute Force are going to come on through once again. Klebe, don't forget about him. That was a nice 3-man party, but they might get 3-man partied by the team that just got 3-man partied. That's another 3-man party in one game. Here it is, though. MOOPHEUS, Reggie Beardo going to have a hard time, going to be the first casualty in that fight. Brute Force out and eliminated in 11th position. And still, Tempest, Klebe is going to make it on through and might actually survive the encounter as Double and Reggie Beardo. They're going to be ticking down, bleeding on through in that blue zone and taken out of the picture as Istanbul Wildcats are out in 9th position.
And we did see Red Fox getting taken down in 10th place. Team MOOPHEUS are eliminated. You talked about it. We did see Moon from Jokers taking down ghostar, and so we're down to 7 teams suddenly. 20 players left alive. The phase 5 circle shifted down south. Wants to again going in the favor of Jokers as Klebe down to 1 health, jumps up, takes his own life to the play zone, and Tempest are eliminated in 7th place. But gotta say, much better placement position finish for them in this final game of the day. ELGIGANTEN are taken down. Revenge at the hands of No Tag Team, who take them out, and they're still inside the circle at the edge, holding on to that compound.
And one team that's just in such a good position is still Jokers. They have this huge compound for themselves in the high ground. A few teams going to have to rotate. MJ-Esports on the east side. West side is going to be for the side of PG-18. And still that one member of Airstation Mike, always Airstation Mike. They always at the end with only one member trying to locate through in that top 3, top 2. And we'll see if that does work on out as the phase will be closing up in the next 1 minute. Team's going to have to try and take these decisions to try and find good locations to try and get to the main compound of Jokers. But Jokers, even though they have a good location, you have 3 teams, 4 teams actually to deal with at the same time. Even though you have such a good location, that might be still a bit overwhelming.
It might be, but Jokers, they're a very competent team, very competent roster. They know how to hold the angles. They have the top of the hill. We do see Seth kind of being a bit of a scout, which I do agree with, because they're still a 3-man strong team. But one team you gotta look out for is the side of PG-18 on the north side of the circle, but they could be going into the path of MJ-Esports as O'Connell knocks down Juno on the side of MJ-Esports. Is he going to be able to secure the frag, or is Moon actually going to take it away? What that does do is that actually gives indication to Moon that there's another team around him. I'm sure they would have been aware anyway, but it's a confirmation, right, Maxman? It's just going, okay, wait, somebody else is taking them down. There's somebody near us, guys.
The northern section of the map will be overtaken by these two teams, PG-18 and MJ-Esports. You can see a few grenades and molotovs might be coming on through. Nice headshot on top of Stratos from Nemrith. They can't quite connect that kill right off now. Then they're going to have to backtrack a little bit. Still has a 4-man team, just going to try and relieve a little bit of pressure on their side. But MJ, oh my god, here it is, another grenade coming up on mine on top of the Wanderer, going to be knocked away. But still, they have the building now. Mine going to try and get a little bit closer and personal, but does have the rock just in time to try and survive longer. This is a grenade. He knows exactly where he is. Just going to try and pick it up. Nice, cooking it. Will it connect? It does not, unfortunately.
All the while, Daze is trying to heal himself up. Ajala will most likely lose his life. PG, they still have a 4-man squad, whereas MJ-Esports, they're down to just Mini left standing. The next phase did expose itself. It shifted up north. No tag team have got to drive themselves through. MJ-Esports are eliminated in 5th place. We're down to 4 teams, 13 players left standing. No tag team with a full squad. PG-18 with a full squad. Jokers with a full squad. And fEJK from Airstation Mike still on his own and just going, hey guys, you take each other out and I'll just come in and pick up the pieces.
A late game without Airstation Mike is not a good end game. That's what you always want. 4 teams remaining, as you just said, going to be trying to fight on through. PG-18 actually going to trample the offensive on the location here of Jokers coming on through really slowly as Jokers set, just fine, give it, and instantly flushes it out. Now just going to create a little bit less pressure. They can try and make it a little bit closer through. ToWzErA, the scout you were talking about earlier from Joker's going to be taken out of the picture. Really far, not going to get rested up whatsoever, though PG-18 still lurking on through. They are now in a circle, so they just can slow down that engagement, take their time, and be a little bit more cautious. That Joker's
no, they're
leave
flanking
the
around. They're flanking around.
So smart.
It's really clever play coming out from Joker's. Going to guarantee you PG-18 are no focus on it right now. fEJK does finally get taken out. Airstation Mike eliminated in 4th. Really like what Jokers are doing. They're kind of going, okay, well, you think we're going to go this side? No, we're actually going to go the other side, as Seth does finally get secured, because that was what he was able to do. Seth, as a scout, was able to give that communication around, although the boom, Jokers are not out of the woods just yet, no pun intended. However, the Wanderer does get knocked down. All the while, this is favouring no tag team, Maxman. They're still a 3-man strong team. They're going to be able to go in and potentially third party, as their grenades are going to start flying out. The boom connecting a couple of shots onto one member of PG-18 as the knockdown, the double knockdown comes down with that grenade.
PG-18 still in a really bad spot. They're getting 3-man party, but the likes of no tag team. PG-18 now only one member going to be Nemrith. We're going to be trying to make it on through. Does have that QBZ, going to try and make the work with that, but here it is though. Yannick from no tag team going to be knocked away, and Jokers, they're slowly going to be making this location a little bit closer, going to try and flush back. The members of PG-18 do get 2 kills for themselves. Nemrith is going to be really close quarter. We're behind that tree, probably going to give his location away. Does have the AKM, going to be perfect for him. Try and instantly flush that kill away with the bullets doing so much damage on that weapon, but now slowly going to be slowing down the pace of this game. And still, no tag team in the circle. The shift is going to go once again in favor of Jokers, but Nemrith is still alive.
Plus, there's technically a compound that one of these teams could reach onto. It could go in the favor of no tag team. They could shift up eastwards to occupy that compound and surprise attack either Jokers or PG-18. Although Nemrith, he's just inside the circle, is peeking on through. Does Moon have an idea where he is? I don't think he does. This is the sneaky, snaky style that Sanhok does provide you, but he's got to be very careful because he is downhill. Oh my God, Moon can smell him from here. He's just looking for him, waiting for it.
He has no idea, unfortunately. I think Nemrith, because this circle's going to be moving on through, Nemrith is going to actually try and move up just a little bit, but Moon also, and I think they both have the information that one member is still there, but though the other fight that's happening is actually talked about the buildings. It did get taken over by no tag team. They can try and defend that against the full members here of Jokers as they try and get a little bit higher up north. Here it is, the fight will be coming on through.
There you go.
Nemrith finding it was only just 7 HP remaining, clutch move, but Jokers coming out on top. PG-18 will be taken out in 3rd position, only two teams remaining, and once again the compounds are going over to no tag attack team. Joker's going to try and harass a little bit on the side, but no, it will be winner chicken dinners for Jokers. Those rotations were absolutely clutch.
You gotta say, the way they flanked around against PG-18 towards the end, that's what the scout from set did. Like, I'm not a huge fan of a scout player coming out, but in Sanhok, it does make sense because it's so hard to see things. So Set, even though he got knocked down, because the kill wasn't secured as quickly as we see normally, he was able to communicate to the rest of his team that Jokers were flanking down. So what did they do? They turned it around and they went the opposite direction. But you got to say, Nemrith from PG-18, he secured a kill onto Yannick. He was able to, from no tag team, he was able to keep himself alive as quickly as possible. I think at that point, fEJK from Airstation Mike was still alive. I think so. So he put his team up into a higher standing position. So overall, great game from these final teams.
As we go over the highlights of this game, once again, a lot of action on Sanhok. That's what we're expecting. The first bootcamp fight did get one over by PG-18 as 4Kings lost 2 members. The 2 other one did rotate away to try and play a little bit safe. Airstation Mike, that fight, Artix and Hugstar. That was the top leaderboard in terms of kills and damage from the 2 top players of this Phase 3 Group B. Did lose Artix in the process. Team Unique, unfortunately, that high ground was working out pretty good for Brute Force, but unfortunately, that circle shifted away from them. They were the ones suffering that phase. And
then we did see this long-winded squad fight between Team MOOPHEUS oh god, I totally forget, in fairness. Just so much action going on. But Northern Lights, there you go, I remembered. And this was the surprise attack from Nemrith on the side of PG-18. I really feel sorry for BetterLuckNxTime in that situation because it's in the blue zone. It's not like it's out in the open, right? It's not like it was inside circle. You know, you just don't expect it to happen. But either way, they got taken down. And then we did see Lazar from Istanbul Wildcats got taken down. They were inside the blue zone for a lot of the period of the game as Maken and Brute Force were doing a lot to keep their dream alive of taking the chicken dinner, but it didn't quite go their way.
That was the 3-man party of the game from Brute Force, but unfortunately as they move on through, there was still that last member of MOOPHEUS that did get the upper hand and take them out of the picture. And there was Jokers. Also, you talked about it earlier, like you had said, it was being a scout a lot of the time. It actually did work out a little bit, got some knocks. I'm not sure if he got flushes though, but it worked out. And then fEJK, he had to do something, but still 4th position overall, is only being the last member of Airstation Mike on Sanhok. That is a great performance from their side once again on this game, getting a 3rd and 4th position in a row.
And that was Joker's first chicken dinner as well, I might add. And we've actually had, out of the 8 games of Group B, we've had 7 different winners, which I absolutely love. I really love this. It's exciting. It keeps it close. As I did think possibly no tag team could take it, but you gotta say, Jokers were really kind of reactive towards the end. Like, as we talked about, that flank around of the PG-18, but then they just turned it around. They were able to just be aware of what was going on around them. Really reactive, perfect play coming out from them. As a point standing coming out for this match 8 out of 32 in Group B.
Yeah, a few teams. Actually, only one team. There's going to be 4Kings. Unfortunately, that bootcamp start not going well against the likes of PG-18. And here it is. Jokers with 21 points. They wanted a good performance. They got it right here. Greatly done. But 12 kills also for PG-18. And they were doing great in that late game. Their rotations were on point. They got the compound. It wasn't quite enough to take it away from Jokers. But still, like Jokers and PG-18, their rotations were really good. And they did in like a matter of split seconds. Took the decision and did it instantly.
Yeah,
that shot calling was great.
Even Brute Force and Team MOOPHEUS got 6 kills each. So that was a nice chunk of points for them, even though they didn't finish as high in the standings. But this was the kill leaders from this previous game that we just had. Maken from Brute Force, Dice from PG-18, both getting 5 kills each, followed by the boom from the Jokers. Yeah, some kills. Pretty spread overall because it is Sanhok. You're going to be trying to split those kills between a lot of people. And Nemrith, are you surprised? I'm not surprised at all. Nemrith is PG-18, 639 juicy points going your way. Making Brute Force like 3-man party, especially on the members of I forgot the name. In fairness. Oopsie. But overall, great. Just an overall great game. We're now going to get to the standings after 2 days of Group B. Istanbul Wildcats, they still hold on to that top spot with 65 points, followed by Northern Lights in 58. Down the line, we see Airstation Mike in 3rd. ELGIGANTEN in 4th, no tag team in 5th. It just keeps going down. But like I say, Maxan still 47 points, 9th place held on by MJ-Esports, 65. That's 18 points difference between 1st place and 9th place. Even 10th place, should I say. That's nothing.
Now, you've got another 2 days coming out after this, and that's when you're going to be a little bit more set in stone in terms of positioning. But Jokers, they finally, for the first time, got away from that last 8 position. They got in the top 8 now. They are feeling pretty confident. But here it is. The next 4 games coming out tomorrow. It's going to be the same place at 7 p.m. Central European Summertime. Starting off the day was 2 Wrangle games, followed up with then 1 Miramar. Let's hope we have another El Pozo. That'll be pretty funny. And finish it once again with Sanhok. Anyways, with that said, thank you very much for watching today's game 2 of Group B. It was really fun. That El Pozo game was absolute mental. Check out the VODs. Do some MLG montage because that deserves it. Thank you so much for watching. My name was Maxman. Joined as always with my big boy Imperium here on my left. We'll see you all tomorrow.